Welcome to another Follow-Up Friday. Hope you had a great Easter break, and remember to do a few of those little tips I said on LinkedIn. So what I wanted to talk about today was actually doing a follow-up by sending something to somebody. And when I say sending something physical. We're starting to see, hopefully now, the return to offices, and remembering that some people now will still be working at home, and some people will have changed the way that their offices work and flexi time, and actually being able to have the balance between working at home and working in office and hot desking. So many great changes. But also now, in terms of that, people are starting to return to a newer normal, whatever that's going to be, and we know there are changes. But the one thing we're aware of now is there's a little bit of enthusiasm around life again, and also there's some positivity going on. But you can use that now in terms of a follow-up. Now would be a perfect time to send something in the post to somebody. So yeah, good old-fashioned post. Now, in terms of post, and direct mail is such a big area, and we're not talking about direct mail today, but direct mail is, people still like to receive something, and still like to get something in the post. So what I'm going to say in terms of a follow-up, and again, these are all tips and different ways to follow up. Don't have to use all of them, but there'd be certain ones where you go, actually that works for me. So the follow-ups I would be suggesting in terms of the post, of posting something, are two things. One, you could actually just send a card. Hope you're well, hope you're now back in the office, or welcome back to the office, or anything like that that you know might have changed for that person. Just send them a card. If you're going to send them a card, write inside it, use a pen and write it, don't type it. And also, in terms of the envelope, make sure it's handwritten. If something's handwritten, more people are likely to open it and read it. Okay, that's one tip you could do. And again, it's just a little nudge to somebody, a follow-up, and just again keeping that process going. And again, you could be using this for existing customers as well, just a follow-up if you're looking to retain customers. The other thing is actually send an item, so like a gift. So we've just had Easter, but maybe you could be looking at sending something to somebody as a bit of a welcome back to the office. You might be able to send them maybe some flowers, you might be able to send them some chocolates, you might be able to send them a bottle of wine, might be able to send them something else. There's something you might want to send to somebody, and that could be as a thank you, or just, are you back in the office now? Hope everything's going well. Congratulations on something. There's lots of reasons for you to be able to send something, and it's still a really good way of a subtle follow-up. So it's certainly not saying, have you thought more about doing more business with us? Or it's not saying, are you thinking more about the proposal? Is there anything we help? It's not about that. It's just a little prompt. And these things really do work if you do them in the right way and at the right time. People still like to open things. We all do. We like to, probably don't like the brown envelopes we might get which come through the post when they're a bill, but we do like to get a card. We do like to get a little present. Even if it's something small, it's something that you will remember. And for me, there have been different ways that people have targeted me as well. And interesting as well, sometimes send something a little bit weird and a little bit wonderful. You can get lots of corporate gifts, and there's loads of people who do fantastic gifts, but you can send something that's a little unusual. And in terms of that, you can think about, right, is it something we sell? Is it something we do? Is it something the person likes? And you might be able to send it in that way as well. So think about what reflects your brand, but also what the person is, what they're like as somebody that you could send to them. And as I said, you could send chocolates or flowers. Those kind of things are fairly standard, but you might want to do something that's a little bit different, or also something where you've thought about something. And when you think about this, it's about creating relationships, and it's also about the little things that count. So just think about that before you do that. But I would strongly say, send something out. And let's just say maybe you're somebody who's selling fleets of cars, and you're doing leasing or things like that. Again, there are different things that you could send out that are different, and yes, you could send out key rings, but you could send out something that's different again. So there's lots of different ways for you to be able to do really good follow-ups by using the post to send somebody a letter or a card, or to be able to send a small gift. The bigger the ticket item that you're selling, then again you might have a little bit more flexibility in terms of what you sell. But actually posting something out is a really good way to stay in line again and in the front of mind of those prospects that you're selling to, or your existing customers that you're upselling to. So really hope you enjoyed this one. Enjoy the weekend coming up, and look forward to you joining me again next week.